Welcome to tonight's game between the Ravenna Bulldogs and the Montague Wildcats. I'm Louis Thumser along with Jeff Peterson, and with us we have the athletic director for Montague, Mr. Chuck Hulse. Mr. Hulse, I want to ask you right off the start, Montague's had a overall basketball program is doing quite well this year. Your comments on your feelings?
Well, our freshman team has lost one game. Our junior varsity team is 10-0, and our varsity is 9-0. I think we've got some real good talent coming up now. We've got some real good coaching. I think overall, for Montague for the next 4 or 5 years, we're going to have a good basketball program that's going to make a run for the conference championship for the next 2 or 3 years.
Speaking of coaches, Chuck, really nice to have Jim Tate down here and Ray Schlaff, along with Bob Engler behind that bench, isn't it?
Well, I think we have 3 strong coaches at those 3 levels, and they do a fine job with the players that they have, teaching fundamentals, and everything is not just basketball with them. They teach the kids that academics are prime importance, and that they have a duty to their team, their families first, their studies second, and then basketball. And I'm really, really happy with the attitude of our 3 basketball coaches right now.
I think that goes without saying. The whole community is very proud of all 3, and the way our whole program's going right now.
That's right. I think a little earlier in the season we expected a good year from Montague, maybe not quite this good. What do you foresee as the end of the season?
Well, you know, we've got a real tough part of our schedule coming up. I think Ravenna is a team on the move. They're 5-4 right now, but I think that's not indicative of what what they can really do. Next Tuesday we play Grant at Grant. They're undefeated. That next Friday night we play Whitehall at Whitehall. They've been defeated once, and I think that may be for the conference championship. And then we start all over again in our conference. And our conference, I think, is well balanced this year. And we've had some really good ball games from our kids so far.
I would say the ball team we're looking here tonight really is a team that hasn't played very well this year. I looked at them as being probably one of the real top teams in our conference, and as you said, maybe they're gelling right now. Certainly hope we don't catch them on those type of nights.
Well, our athletic directors in our league felt that Ravenna would be one of the tougher teams in the league, followed by Whitehall, Montague, and Mason County Central. And right now it's Montague and Whitehall and Mason County Central, I believe, and then Ravenna. But I do think that Ravenna eventually is going to gel, and I just hope it's not until after we can put them away tonight.
That's right. It's also really nice to see a bunch of nice kids here in White Lake, not only just here in Montague, but over in Whitehall too, be on the top, I think. You know, I think 2 great programs together, and I hope it comes down to us 2 fighting it out for the championship.
Well, I do too, because that last ball game between Montague and Whitehall is over here, and I would just love to have that gate here. And I agree with you. It's real nice to see 2 fine football programs, the one that Kim Griffin in Whitehall runs and the one that Jim Tate is heading here. And I think that both communities can be very, very proud of their athletes.
Okay, thanks a lot. We're going to get ready for the start of tonight's game.
Thanks a lot, Chuck.
Thanks.
Well, Louis, I look for a real excellent ball game tonight. As I was talking to Mr. Hulse, I think Ravenna is an excellent ball team. I know we went down and played them last year, and I think we took them for granted, and they really smoked us down at their place. I think they got one of the best ball players in the conference, maybe the best, in Mark Jacobs. He's only a junior, about 6'3". He can do a lot of things. And they've got some other supporting cast people that do a nice job as well. So, again, I'm looking for a real good ball game. I'd like to see the Wildcats get another good ball game, again, as they head into next Friday and next Tuesday with those two tough ball games. Sounds like we're just about ready to go here. And they have the starting lineups.
Okay, starting for Ravenna. Before we start, we'll do the Star Spangled Banner.
Montague High School Marching Band playing our national anthem under the direction of Mr. Lee Andrews.
And the starting lineup for the Bulldogs, starting at right guard, number 13, Rod Place. Another guard, Jim Jacobs, number 20. Number 42, the center, Jeff Place. At one forward, number 40, Dan Yonker. And starting at the other forward position, Mark Jacobs. And we're ready for the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Starting at forward, David Osborne. The other forward for the Wildcats, number 34, Jim Grieve. At center, Randy Lindquist, number 52. Paul Schlaff, number 12. And Rich Erdman, number 22. That's our starting lineup for Montague.
Well, I know Coach John Swingrass at Ravenna will have his charges ready to go, as well Jim Tate's Wildcats. The Wildcats came off a real tough victory here Tuesday night up in Pentwater. And so hopefully they'll carry over tonight and they'll play some good ball as the game progresses.
Well, let's hope so. The man to watch for Ravenna, number 21, Mark Jacobs. He's our big gun. Montague's going to have to try and hold them tonight.
Mark Jacobs does a lot of things. He'll take the ball inside. He'll shoot the ball outside. He gets a lot of rebounds. He's just tough. He's a tough ball player.
He likes to post down low and wait for those passes. And he's quite efficient in scoring from down there, as well as from outside.
Here we go. Looks like we're all set.
And the opening jump, Montague comes up. Rich Erdman with the ball. Jim Grieve.
That's what we got to have. We got to have those good passes from Richard all night long.
Montague.
Jimmy and the other guys, and get them open and get that ball in.
Montague draws first blood. And the first foul of the evening called on Dave Osborne, number 30.
David got a little close on him, got his hips up underneath him, and we got to stay off him a little bit more.
Rod Place shoots and misses. Lindquist with the ball. He scores.
I'll tell you, there was a busted play where Randy Lindquist just kind of watched that flight of that ball and picked that ball off and put it up for 2 and drew the foul. That's heads-up basketball. This is what the Wildcats have to do. I think you have to go right out and get them right from the start. You got to break their backbone right now. Don't give Ravenna a chance.
That was Ravenna's first foul. That came on Rod Place, number 13. Lindquist's shot is up and good. Montague up on top, 5-0. Mark Jacobs drives, and he draws the foul on Rich Erdman, number 22. He'll go to the line. No, he won't go to the line.
I think it was before the shot, so it'll be out of bounds underneath.
Yeah, before the shot.
That's, again, what Jacobs will do. He'll take it right to the hole.
Mark Jacob, turnaround jumper, no good. Lindquist gets the rebound. Number 40, Dan Yonker, takes a shot, fouled by number 12, Paul Schlaff.
Again, it looked like Jacobs got the ball and a steal underneath, got that ball out, and Ravenna came back running the other way and just took advantage of a 2-on-1 break, and Paul Schlaff went up to block it and got the foul. It's a good foul.
Yonker's first shot good. His second is no good.
That was a push off underneath. Jimmy Grieve got the inside position, and number 42, Jeff Place, just kind of pushed him off to get that ball.
Off the hands of Rich Erdman, Ravenna will take over.
That should have been moving up the line. He's supposed to stay right there where he gets that ball, but he didn't. But it wasn't called.
Erdman's shot up, no good.
We had a foul on Jimmy Grieve, loose ball foul. It'll be Ravenna's ball out as the Wildcats get into their press. A little physical at times underneath there.
Well, Ravenna's got a lot of big guys, and they're not going to be afraid to drive, and when they do that, there's going to be a lot of fouls called.
No, they're not going to be afraid to take it inside either, though. But again, that's what we got to do. We just had another pushing foul on Jeff Place. That's his second here within the last minute and a half. So, got to get him in foul trouble, and that's going to help our inside game. Not only offensively, but defensively as well. David just had him clear out and bring the ball up himself. He should be able to beat anybody they've got. Nice pass.
And Lindquist can't come up with the basket.
Boy, those are the ones you got to get on those easy ones like that.
Mark Jacobs shoots, he misses.
I'll tell you, so far, Randy Lindquist and Jim Grieve are really doing a job in the boards. They're getting good position. They're going up and get that ball, and they're getting a lot of fouls. And hopefully, again, as I said, they'll get those guys in foul trouble, and that'll just make it easier both offensively and defensively for us inside.
That's a Ravenna foul on Jim Jacobs, number 20. Schlaff with the desperation shot comes up with nothing.
Well, that was not a good choice by Paul Schlaff. He went inside, really didn't have anything, left his feet, and there he hung. And kind of threw it up, and Jimmy Grieve got the foul on the reaching over. At this point, we've played not quite 2 minutes in the ball game. We're already in the bonus for both teams. So a lot of hacking inside, quite physical.
Thumser replaces Grieve. Joe Knapp gets his first of the evening. He'll shoot his second now. Knapp's second is no good. And the foul is called on Thumser. Jim Jacobs will go to the line.
Somebody didn't block out, and Jim Jacobs got that ball inside, took it right back up in, and got the easy one. Has a chance to tie it up here at 5 apiece. You don't see this too often, Louis, where we're in a 1-1 so early, but the way teams have been playing, physical as they have, you know, you're going to see more of that. A lot of people might not be around at the end.
Paul Schlaff with the ball. Passes inside. It's taken away by Mark Jacobs. And he can't make the basket.
Then goes off.
They'll get another
Dave
chance.
Osborne's ball, or foot, as he was taking it out.
Rod Place puts up a shot, no good. Pass to Thumser, and he can't score either.
Well, that's 2 or 3 layups we've missed, and we can't afford to do that. Those are advantages we haven't really, you know, taken advantage of.
Rod Place with the ball. Richard Erdman on the foul. That's his second. Rod Place will go to the line. Place shooting a 1-and-1. Place ties it up at 5 apiece now.
Here comes J.J. Flynn in the lineup for Rich Erdman. Richard setting out with his second personal foul. Thank goodness at this point that Ravenna has not shot very well from the free throw line.
And yet another foul.
And Paul Schlaff took it to the basket and drew that foul. He go on the line for 2.
Jim Jacobs with the foul.
Paul canned 2 big free throws up at Pentwater the other night with 17 seconds to go to put that game away. Hopefully he can hit him here tonight too. As I say that, I guess I jinxed him, and he misses the first one.
Schlaff makes his second. Montague goes out on top 6-5 with 5:14 remaining in the first quarter. Number 40, Dan Yocker with a shot, no good. J.J. Flynn with the ball now. Passes to Osborne. Osborne to Lindquist, who shoots and scores. Montague up 8-5.
Man, that's what you got to do. You got to drive those seams. You draw 2 guys, just pass it off. Or move the ball on the passes.
And that's Joe Knapp with the bucket. Oh. Lindquist is fouled. Isn't he?
Not sure if the basket's good. I think the referees are talking about it. Randy got the ball. It looked like he got fouled
I think it was on the first,
or on the way down, but he may have got it on the way up. Oh,
they're going to give it to him.
Well, we'll take every one of those that we can get.
Looks like they're going to need it tonight.
This game is, due to all the fouls, really moving along quite slowly. Here we are. We're only at not even quite halfway through the first quarter.
Lindquist's free throw is good. Montague up top, 11-7. Mark Jacobs with the basket. Scott Thumser misses an easy 2.
Yeah, both people are out of bounds, and they hit both of them, so that'll be Ravenna's ball out of bounds on the exchange of balls on the jump ball. Scott's missed a couple of those, just kind of not getting them up over that rim. Nice steal by, I think it's J.J. Flynn. And I didn't see what happened, but it looked like number 13, Rod Place, got back and knocked that ball out of his hands. Good play by number 13, Rod Place.
And Flynn scores from out top.
Nice to see that offensive help from nice defense by Dave Osborne caused that. Randy Lindquist right there.
Schloff puts it up for 2. Somehow he got through all that traffic.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he did that either, but he got her up and got her to go.
Art Corey's shot, no good.
Nice block by Randy Lindquist. He was standing right behind JJ, and when JJ went down trying to draw the charge, Randy was right there and on the shot, got it and put it out into the crowd.
Rob Place shoots, no good. Flynn comes up with it, gives it to Schloff. Schloff shoots, no good. Mark Jacobs with the ball. He drives and no. And the foul is on Mark Jacobs. So far tonight, Mark, their big gun has not come through for Ravenna.
Well, yeah, I don't know if he's pressing. You know, he's done a lot of nice things, but he just hadn't been able to get him to drop. And his teammates, the same thing, are having a little tough time. You know, it isn't all just them, though, either. Let's give some credit to the Wildcats. They're tough defense, and they've been doing a nice job on offense, moving the ball around, getting the open person, and so
their job is to try and shut Jacobs down, and it looks like they're doing that.
So far, they're doing that right. That was a nice job by Scott Thumser to get back and cause Jacobs to change directions, and then Randy Lindquist be right there to pick off the rebound. Got a couple of substitutions for the Wildcats.
Kurt Babcock and Brad Van Bergen.
Right.
And for Osborne and Schloff. Lindquist's free throw is good. Montague up top now, 18-9.
Well, there was a case where J.J. Flynn ran right over a Ravenna ball player and nothing was called. And as I said, it's been physical out there tonight at both ends of the court by both teams. Boy, it looked like we had a little force shot there, but it went up and in.
Art Corey scores for the Bulldogs. Dan Yocker puts it up, no good. Art Corey drives, passes to Rod Place. Place puts it up.
And number 40, Dan Yonkers, was camped out in the lane. An official caught him for 3 seconds. Montague ball going the other way. So far, Coach Tate's got some real quality time out of his substitutes. They've been playing excellent ball so far.
Well, that's one luxury Montague has. We have a really strong bench, and they can go to it any time and depend on those guys to come in and play well.
Right. You give those starters a few minutes rest, and it just keeps them fresher throughout the ball game, and especially down the stretch in that fourth quarter. Here we got Dave Osborne and Rich Erdman back in, giving Thumser and J.J. Flynn a rest. Randy Lindquist at the line, shooting 1-1.
No good. Ravenna will take over possession. Steve May shoots and scores. And that's Lindquist with the bat.
Well, a nice feed from Richard Erdman. Boy, Richard, we're just watching, drew the defense, passed that ball off to Lindquist for the easy 2. Brad Van Bergen's got his hands full right now with playing on Jacobs, but doing a nice job. So far, Jacobs has not touched that ball.
Mark Jacobs puts it up. No good. Kurt Babcock gets the rebound.
That's just smart ball. David Osborne recognized the situation, just pulled the ball back out, and brought it back out so the Wildcats set up their offense.
Ravenna will take over. Art Corey puts it up. Not even close. And we have a foul on number 11, Steve May.
We might have got away with a little one there. David looked like he bumped number 15 as he went to the basket. Art Corey, there was no call, and he got the rebound and got fouled as he was coming back the other way. Randy Lindquist out for the Wildcats, gets a nice hand, done a nice job on the boards and inside play.
Osborne at the line shooting 1-1. Kurt
Babcock also out. Boy, you don't want to fiddle around with that ball around Richard Erdman. He's got quick hands. He's going to draw that ball away from you a lot of times.
Mark Jacobs for 2.
Smart play by David Osborne. Drew that foul. Going to go to the line again. I'd be curious to see how many foul shots were shot in this first quarter, Louis. 31 seconds yet to go.
That was the foul on Rod Place, his second. Osborne shooting 1-1 now.
Nice to see Davey get this when the Wildcats hold him. Get down there, get the ball back, and make something of it. Okay, now that's the opportunity we need. Get the ball back, move the ball up, work for the one shot. You got 26 seconds. Get the ball. I'll go out with a 22-17 lead, hopefully.
Schloff puts it up, turnaround jumper, no good. And Ravenna's going to take over.
I don't know if that was a planned play, but they give Ravenna a chance to get the ball back for the shot again.
Steve May shoots from the key. And that ends the first quarter. Montague up top, 20-15.
Well, you know, it wasn't a bad played quarter, Louis, but on the other hand, an awful lot of slap, an awful lot of hacking, and we got guys in foul trouble already just at the end of the first quarter. So a lot of times you play 3 quarters and won't have this many fouls called.
No. Good physical game
you
here.
know, the Wildcats will continue on the pace they're going and up this lead a little bit in the second quarter and put some distance between them and the Bulldogs going into the locker room at halftime. You know, the officials have been up and down that court quite a bit tonight and had their whistles going.
They're not going to let up, though.
No, you can't in a game like this where it's been as physical as this. You can't do that. So they've been keeping the game under control, and they just got to continue to do that. The JV Wildcats won a cliffhanger tonight at the buzzer. Mark Schneider put in 2 free throws. I believe the score was 60-58.
60-58, yes.
And that moved their record to 10-0. So nice to see the young Wildcats win also. Here we go, second quarter.
Montague has a lot to be proud of this year. Lindquist puts it up and scores.
Nice pass from Schlaff. When he does that, more often he's going to do that, they're going to have to back off, and that just gives Paul an open shot. We all know that Paul Schlaff is a good outside shooter, so that's what we want. There's a set play.
Mark Jacobs tries, no good. Number 40, Dan Yonker, ends up with the bucket.
That's a set play. They pass to the side, go over, and get a handoff, and that guy goes around the pick. It just didn't go in for Mark Jacobs, but you just got to keep him doing that. Hopefully he doesn't get hot.
Rich Erdman puts it up for the Wildcats, no good. Mark Jacobs shoots from outside, it's long, and Erdman comes up with the read. Oh, nice pass. Unfortunately, Jim Grieve couldn't connect there.
Well, I think Jim got it knocked out of his hands just as he was about to go up, and so it's Montague's ball underneath their own basket. David got him with a block. Didn't quite get over there in time, and as Yonkers started to turn the corner, David's going to be the foul.
David's third?
No, that's his second.
Okay.
I think Brad Van Bergen's in for David. David gets a nice hand as he goes out.
Slight delay while the refs clean up the floor.
I think athletic director Chuck Hulse also said that the freshmen they lost 2 ball games up to this point, and as we talked about in our pregame, the Wildcat fortunes are looking good. I know our 8th grade program, we've lost 1. The 7th we've lost 3, and so everything's looking up. Kids are playing good ball at all levels.
That'll reflect in years to come as Montague will continue to have a good basketball program.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Dan Yonkers.
That's right. Now if we can just run our offense, try to get something off that.
Paul Schlaff puts it up. It's good.
I don't know what happened, but both Montague players, Lindquist and Schlaff, or maybe it was Grieve and Schlaff, got loose underneath on the same side, and Richard Erdman drove the lane, saw him, and just got it into Paul, who put it up and in and drew that foul.
And Mark Jacobs comes up with the foul for the Bulldogs. Schlaff puts it up. It's good. Montague on top, 24-20, 24-19. Error on the scoring board. Nothing for Jeff Place.
Block by Randy Lindquist. Just stood his ground, didn't commit himself, waited until Place went up to put the shot, and then put the ball right back in his face. Now he gets the return pass inside over here and puts it back in for 2. That's pretty. You almost deserve that when you do it at one end to get the ball back at the other end.
Yep. Rod Place puts it up, nothing. He gets the ball back. and scores. Van Bergen shoots from the outside. It's short. And Jeff Place, he's going to get a traveling call.
Jeff Place tried to go a little bit quicker than I think he was capable, and just couldn't quite get his feet underneath of him. So Montague gets the ball back. The Wildcats' quickness has really helped them against the Ravenna press. Ravenna's trying to put a lot of pressure, but Cats have just been too quick for them.
That's Paul Schloff from three-point land. No good. Jeff Place denied. He ends up with the ball. Nothing again. Randy Lindquist with the rebound.
Well, at this point, Randy Lindquist is becoming a little bit intimidating to Jeff Place. Nice pass by Richard Erdman again. I'd like to see Richard put the ball up a few more times, though. I think that would draw the defense off him a little bit more, and he'd just be that much more effective.
And the foul on Randy this time. He fouls number 42, Jeff Place.
It looks like Randy Lindquist is dragging a little bit. He just didn't quite get out to get that rebound, which I think he should have. And then, again, was a little bit slow as Mr. Place started going back to the basket with the ball, and he picked up his foul.
Jeff Place at the line for the Bulldogs. He's shooting a 1-and-1. His first is good.
You know, the Wildcats have really dominated this game to this point, but as you look at the scoreboard, 27-23 doesn't say that. They've got to have a couple spurts, couple runs where they put some distance between them and the Bulldogs. So far, they haven't been able to do that.
Randy Lindquist puts it up. No good. Schloff with the rebound, puts it up. Nice play.
Paul Schloff was posted up, and as soon as Randy shot the ball, he just turned and went to the basket, and the ball was there and put it back up and in.
Off the hands of Jeff Place.
I think Randy might have got a hand on that, and if he didn't, he blocked the view of Jeff Place and hit him in the hands and in the face, and then went out of bounds.
Randy's going to put it up. He scores.
Nice lean in. Nice lean in. Just waited his time and then just leaned up and got that basket. Now here's an excellent opportunity for the Wildcats. Nice block by Randy and a help defense. Out.
Schloff's going to put it up and draw the foul.
Oh no, one referee's got it one way, one's got it the other way. We've got one calling it one way, one calling it the other way.
Oh, we're going to wait for a decision here.
We're going to see what they're going to call. If they're going to stay with their decision or whether they're going to call it both ways. That'll take the basket away if it goes against Schloff. If it's a double foul. That's a tough call. The back official looked like he made that call first, but, you know, front official saw something different. So while we're waiting here, we'll just have to kind of wait to see what the referees got to say, one way or the other. Well, that was an opportunity. He might have wanted to just stop, put that ball up. He didn't have anybody on him. He might have wanted to come up a little bit short, take that short jump shot, and hit somebody coming in on the other side. He drew the defense over and just stopped and put it up to somebody else. Okay, we got a double foul. Be no basket. And on the change of possession, on the jump ball situation, Ravenna gets the ball. So the Wildcats, lost 2 and then lost the ball, so could end up a 4-point exchange.
Art Corey puts it up. No good. Scott Thumser with the rebound. Erdman inside to Dave Osborne. It's taken away by Rod Place. He's going to go to the basket with it.
Nice pass, or nice play by Rod Place. That's what Richard has to do right there. That's what he has to do.
And a foul is called as Thumser goes up.
Richard has to become an offensive threat as well as a passing threat. And right there, he took the ball all the way to the hoop. That's going to draw people on him even more. And he's going to be able to dish that ball off even more.
Lindquist was fouled on that shot there. He'll go to the line.
Randy has been a tower of strength on the boards. Boy, I tell you, he just rebound after rebound and just been super so far. Boy, hit nothing but the bottom in that there. Let's hope he can do the same in the second one.
Lindquist's second shot is up and not as pretty, but counts just the same.
Yep. In the box score tomorrow, you won't recognize it as being any different.
Nope.
Wildcats applying a little double team there. Nice.
Jeff
Another
Blaze.
one by Randy Lindquist. Boy, I'll tell you. Nice heads up play by Kurt Babcock. Super ball player. Kurt used his elbow trying to gain a little bit of position there. It's all right to hold your position, but you can't gain that. And that's what the call was. Nice hustle again. Kurt Babcock and David Osborne right there. Double teaming that ball and picked it off. Montague gets the ball in exchange.
Dave Osborne into Rich Erdman. Randy inside to Kurt Babcock. He puts it up and scores.
Kurt Babcock is playing a real nice ball game. Just an excellent ball game. There again, it helped out.
Rich gets a hand in there, takes the ball away, ends up with the basket for Montague. Montague up on top, 37-25.
This is the spirit I was talking about. This is what we needed. It's got to keep it going now as halftime.
And I was just about to say, Ravenna, look for them to call a timeout.
Well, John Svengross noticed the same thing and didn't want to get it out of hand. Call that timeout, slow things up, and get them doing things they can do again. That little trap at half court's causing them some problems. And here we are, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in half, 37-25 Montague. And that little trap, as I said, was the result for Montague of getting us 4 to 6 quick points. I think maybe you might see Montague come out and something a little bit different now as Ravenna going to try to adjust. Montague will come out and give him another look. And yes, at halftime we've got Montague varsity cheerleaders doing their halftime routine, so we'll see that. Looking forward to that. Wildcats coming back out in the court. This is the Cats are just playing at this point are playing a very consistent ball game. You know, they're doing a lot of nice things. No, they're still in a trap. Nice hustle, get back.
Place up to Steve May. Ravenna trying to
Use some picks down
Art
low.
Corey puts it up. No good. They jump
That
ball
should
once
be
again.
Ravenna's ball on possession. J.J. Flynn in.
J.J. Flynn comes in the ball game for
I think
Rich
that's
Erdman.
the situation to protect Richard. He has 2 fouls. He got 2 minutes to go in a half. You don't want him to get that third one.
Rob Place puts it up. No good. Randy Lindquist with the rebound.
Well, I've been real impressed with the pressure defense that Montague's played so far. They've really put a lot of intense pressure on the Bulldogs. There's Scott Thumser. Nice pass from Randy Lindquist. This time he just took it up that basket and popped it in for 2. Again, I think Randy's been a little bit intimidating now. Yonkers had the shot if he wanted 3-point. He didn't want any part of it. Another block.
Joe Knapp blocked by Randy.
Another block.
This time they call the foul.
Yeah, I think that was the case for Randy. Again, kind of slapped at that ball when he was real close, and you're going to draw that even if he didn't touch him. But there was probably some body contact there.
And Chris Morrissey comes in for Randy Lindquist.
A well-deserved rest for Mr. Lindquist.
Oh, most definitely. Okay, Joe Knapp at the line. His first is good. His second, no good. Scott Thumser with the ball, passes it across. Rich Erdman puts it up, no good. J.J. Flynn with the shot there. Not Rich Erdman.
Nice cross-court pass. You usually don't want to see those, but Scott saw a lane, got that ball in, and just couldn't get the ball up and in the basket.
Rod Place puts it up. He scores for the Bulldogs. Scott Thumser passes in to Jim Grieve. Turnaround jump. Nice play.
Jim Grieve just left his man standing there as he wheeled and turned that basket, put that ball up and in. Here come the Bulldogs.
Steve May up top of the ball. He's going to shoot. No good.
All right.
And a foul on Art Corey.
Over the back. Scott Thumser goal line, shoot 1-and-1. Tom Cedarquist in the lineup for Jim Grieve. Again, I'm sure with 14 seconds left, you don't want your big men, your frontliners, to get third foul or get another foul. So gives Tom Cedarquist a chance to show his wares for a few minutes here, a few seconds. Nice draw of a charge.
Scott draws the offensive charge there.
Got that position, held it, and drew the third foul. I believe Rod Place. Almost a bad passer, but JJ saved it. Whoops, then lost it.
And that's the end of the second quarter, the end of the first half. Montague up on top, 41-28.
Well, that second quarter went a little bit quicker than that first. I'd be surprised if there weren't 23, 24 fouls called in that first half. A lot of hacking. If it continues in the second half, as I said before, not many people are going to be around at the final buzzer.
No, we might just see how well the bench players are.
Well, as I said, throughout the first half, the Wildcats dominated. I was hoping that they could get a little run there, and that's exactly what happened. They put a little bit of distance between them at the end, up by 13 now at halftime, as we are waiting for the halftime show with the Montague Wildcat cheerleaders pom-pom routine. So far, as the game's progressed, Mark Jacobs really hasn't been much of a factor. It's a little bit frightening because you know he can do it, but so far, as I said, the Wildcats been able to hold him at bay and stop him from doing the many things that he can do. Here we go for the cheerleader routine. The Montague Wildcat cheerleaders and their pom-pom routine. Excellent job. That was the Montague varsity cheerleaders, members of that squad: Christy Finland, Tammy Hagner, Kelly Peterson, Dee Cedarquist, Jody Rollenhagen, and Rhonda Hicks. Super job, girls. As we're waiting for the second half to begin, the Wildcats, again, playing very good ball throughout the first half. Kept the lead right from the beginning, up about 5-4, and then increased that lead to 5 points, and then increased it again to the half point where they're up by 13, 41-28. The Wildcats, I'm sure, are hoping to continue the things that they've done in the first half. Move that ball around, get that ball inside, be a little bit intimidating on defense, and then again shut down Mark Jenkins and his teammates on offense. On the other hand, I'm sure Coach John Swingross in the Ravenna locker room is telling his troops, don't give up, guys. You're only 13 points down. You didn't play that bad, and you just got to keep coming at them. Those balls will drop. Get those open shots. Randy Lindquist was a little bit intimidating to some of the Ravenna Bulldogs inside, and I'm sure again that Coach Swingross is telling his guys, you got to keep on putting it up. Don't stop, because you got some put back in your face. The Wildcats now are back out on the floor. They'll be playing now on the south end, as the Bulldogs will be on the stage end of the court for the second half. As you can hear in the background, we've got the Montague Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Lee Andrews, playing at halftime for our enjoyment as well. Hope to have some stats here for you before we start the second half. And at least the foul situation.
Okay, Ravenna, number 13, Rod Place, has 3 fouls, as does Jim Jacobs. And number 21, Mark Jacobs, also in foul trouble. Well, not foul trouble, but 2 fouls apiece. Number 42, Jeff Place, and number 15, Art Corey. For Montague, all of the starters have 2 fouls apiece, and that includes Dave Osborne, Randy Lindquist, Rich Erdman, Paul Schloff,
and Jim Grebe. Well, I said I wouldn't be surprised if there were 25 fouls called in that first half, and it looks to me as if there were 24, so I was pretty close. That's a lot of fouls called.
And we'll have a few players fouling out before this game is through.
Well, both teams are on the court now, as we get ready to start the second half. Next week, Louie, the Wildcats get a couple more tests as they kind of go into what I call the meat grinder portion of their schedule. This is a big conference game tonight, and they turn around and have to play third-ranked Grant on Tuesday over at Grant. That's going to be a big test for them. That'll be a big test for both teams. I know Grant's looking forward to that too. That'll be a big test for them. Then on Friday, come back and we go across the river and play cross-river rival Whitehall, which would be a great game, a super game.
Every time it is, it doesn't matter what the records are going into those games. It's anybody's game when Montague and Whitehall gets together. Last season in football proved it there.
Yeah, and
Montague won.
Last year in basketball, we had 2 real good ball games right down the wire. I think one in overtime here, and then over there, a real close one. Funny, both teams won at the opposite team's home, so it'll be a great game. Well, the Wildcats are back on the court, ready to start the second half. Here come the Bulldogs. Looks like it'll be Montague's ball to start the second half. I think the officials done an excellent job so far this game. They had a tough time, but and some tough calls to make, but they've done an excellent job. not sure what we're waiting for right at this moment, but Wildcats are ready to take the ball out. Here we go.
I think we're waiting for the band. Osborne puts it up. No. Inside, Randy Lindquist turnaround jumper. It's good. Montague draws first blood in the second half.
I noticed they were doubling up on Randy. They didn't want that ball to get in there, but Richard by his drive. Oh, nice steal by Richard.
Steal by Rich Erdman. Easy two. Hold your breath.
Richard just likes to make it exciting.
That's all he's doing.
Nice pick. Oh, don't fight for it. Okay. Oh, nice pass. A little bit too long for Randy Lindquist. David Osborne watching that court, seeing the open man. Gets the hand clasp on the way down. Man, still trying to figure out that Montague.
And Yonker throws across court. Yep. Nobody there to take it.
Ravenna's just having all kinds of trouble with the Wildcats' tough man-to-man. The Wildcats tonight are just sticking to everywhere like glue. I think maybe the other night when Pentwater put up all those three-pointers and Canham, the Wildcats didn't want to see a repeat performance. Oh, nice pass, nice pass.
Off the hands of Randy. Yep. I don't think he was quite expecting that when it came to him.
Either that or he was going to the basket a little bit too quick.
That may have been.
Coach Swingrass trying to get his troops to do the things he wants them to. So far they haven't. As the Wildcats now have built up a 17-point lead. There's another bad pass.
Another bad pass, and Rich Erdman intercepts.
Oh, nice pass. Again, maybe a little bit too hard. Richard might have wanted to just back it out and then create a little bit more distance between, and then maybe he could have got that pass in.
You watched Rich closely when he passed. He looked the other way and drew it. And I've seen him do that a couple times. That's nice
hit
passing
Jim right
technique.
In the midsection, and
sometimes he fools his own players.
That's right.
But when it works, it's a really nice thing to see. Rob Place puts it up, a field goal. Montague up on top, 45-31.
That was a three-pointer.
Paul Schloff a little short. Jim Grieve with the rebound, fadeaway jump, makes it.
That was a toughie. Jimmy was falling back and just got that ball with his fingertips and put that ball back up, and it went in. Good job.
Ravenna calls a timeout early in the third quarter.
And with 5:44 to go, it's Montague 47, Ravenna 31. Well, we haven't so far had quite as many fouls called. It's been a little bit less physical than we had in that first half. Maybe due to the fouls, or maybe just trying to be a little bit smoother playing out there. I'm sure Coach Tate is very pleased that his squad came out of the locker room and jumped that lead up another 4 to 6 points right off the bat. And that really makes a difference. That really puts the heat on that visiting team. And hopefully the Wildcats will just keep on 2 at a time. Don't try to put 8-10 points on all at once. Sometimes teams will do both. It works both ways. Some teams will try to do that when they're coming back. They try to get too many at once, and they really get frustrated. So hopefully
they get a little anxious and they start throwing the ball away. That's number 13, Rod Place, trying for three, no good.
Oh, that was a nice play. That was a nice play by Mark Jacobs as he went and grabbed that ball, hit it off Paul Schloff, but he must have been on the line when he did it because Montague's got the ball out of bounds.
Richard Erdman to Osborne. He shoots from the corner and a little short, no good. Dan Yonkers with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Mark Jacobs with a shot, no good. And Jeff Place makes it.
The Bulldogs in a 2-2-1 full court press. Oh, nice pass by Richard Erdman. I don't know how he saw him, but he got the ball over to Randy Lindquist, put it up and in. 2 points. Nice pass. Montague playing good front defense, not allowing the ball to get inside. Make him take that long outside shot. As we get a 3 second foul.
3 seconds in the lane, foul.
Well, at this point in the game, I got to believe that Coach Jim Tate and his assistant Ray Schlaff over on the bench got to feel happy, got to feel really good about what's happening. There's another excellent play. Nice
fake by
pass.
Dave. He draws the foul.
And David got that pass from Richard, gave the pump fake, drew the foul, and then tried to go up and get the 2. But he didn't get the shot off in time. Before the shot, out of bounds Montague. Hopefully David will get that ball. And
Jim Greaves going to put it up for 2.
Another assist by Richard Erdman off the inbounds. I was saying that hopefully, David Osborne will get that shot going outside because, boy, he can be deadly when he's on.
Number 20, Jim Jacobs. Lindquist drives, puts it up, no good.
Randy probably could have went up a little bit stronger there.
Paul Schlaff tries to draw the offensive foul. No chance
That was
there.
a good call. Paul tried to fall as the guy went by. He just fell down. A lot of times when the fans see that, they see it a little bit different, but that's exactly what happened. Good call by the refs. Excellent defense by the Wildcats.
Dan Yonkers denied by Randy Lindquist. Mark Jacobs, no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it up, and scores.
Now there's the things that Mark Jacobs can do. He grabbed that ball way out and just went through everybody and then grabbed his own rebound and put it back up in for a pair.
Bad pass there, intercepted by Rod Place. Dan Yonker with the basket. And we're going to have a charging foul on Mark Jacobs.
I think it's a defensive foul, on Mark Jacobs. The Wildcats just have to be a little patient bringing up against that press. I'll try to get that one quick pass through. Bring it up, pass it around, work it in. They've got the advantage. They've got the ball. They've got the lead.
Mark Jacobs is in foul trouble now. That's his 4th foul. One more and his game will end a little bit early.
Yeah, and Coach Swingrass recognizes that too, and he gets him out right now. Here again, Montague's kind of dominating this half, and yet we're only up by 12.
Osborne gets his hand on the ball. That's going to be a jump ball. The possession going to
the
Montague.
Bulldogs, I believe.
Oh, to the Bulldogs. You're right.
Thumser, Babcock, and Van Bergen in for the Wildcats. Greaves, Schlaff, and Osborne arrest. This group, as they came in last time, did an excellent job, so hopefully they'll do the same time this day and help the Wildcats build up that lead.
Rod Place from the outside over, an air ball there.
Rich Erdman drove into the along the baseline into the lane and drew the charge foul. That gives him 3 now. A little bit congested there. J.J. Flynn back in.
Nothing. Number 20, Jim Jacobs puts it up. No good.
Number 33, Joe Knapp, as Randy Lindquist was going up to get that rebound, stepped up underneath him and undercut him. So it'll be the Wildcats' ball. Ravenna now back into a 1-2-2 zone. Or maybe as a 3-2.
Scott Thumser can't hold on. Art Corey takes it past number 13, Rod Place, who puts it up and is fouled.
Well, the Wildcats getting a little sloppy. Just got to recognize what defense it is, stop, set it up, and run their offense. As I look over here on the bench, I'm sure that's exactly what Coach Jim Tate is telling his troops still setting over there. The Bulldogs have a chance now to pull within 10.
Rob Place puts his first up. It's no good. Place's second shot is good. Montague remains on top, 51-40. 1:55 left in the third quarter.
Now back in a man-to-man.
Babcock puts it up from about 20 out. No good. Van Bergen gets the read. He passes to Lindquist, an easy 2 for Randy.
That was a nice play by Brad Van Bergen as he got that rebound, saw the lane, took it to the basket, and then at the point when he drew the defense, he just passed it off to Randy Lindquist for the easy 2.
Steve May from outside, no good. J.J. Flynn shoots from the outside. He's a little long. Lindquist gets a read. He puts it up and scores. Number 33, Joe Knapp with the hoop.
Good movement by the Bulldogs. They just very patient, waited and got that ball.
Scott Thumser to Babcock. He puts it up and scores. Things moving a little quicker now here. Montague up on top, 57-42.
Wildcats finding that open man on the run.
Dan Yonker for 2, open all the way underneath the basket.
Yeah, he got a nice pass from Rod Place. We saw him, drew the defense out as we try to double up.
Babcock slash shot, no good. At the end of the third quarter, the Montague Wildcats up on top, 57-44 over the Ravenna Bulldogs.
Well, as we head into the last quarter here, Coach Tate kind of outlined the directions that he wants his Wildcats to go, and Coach Swingrass doing the same thing across the way. Both teams really have played very well tonight. It's just been a matter, I think, of Montague's just got a little bit too much power for the Bulldogs. And Montague's aggressive man-to-man defense has just bothered them all night long and taken them some bad shots, forced shots, and Wildcats have got the rebound, got it up the court, and got some easy shots off those things. Start the fourth quarter, we got the same group in there that finished the third. Babcock, Thumser, Lindquist, J.J. Flynn, and Brad Van Bergen.
Thumser puts it up. It's good. Montague up on top, 59-44. J.J. Flynn with the ball. Van Bergen back to Flynn. To Thumser. Thumser back to Flynn.
Randy Lindquist in the lane.
Lane foul
3
on
seconds.
Randy Lindquist.
Bulldogs ball.
Scott Thumser, his pass a little short, picked off by Mark Jacobs. Number 42, Jeff Place with the bucket for Ravenna.
Bulldogs back in at 2-2-1 full court trap. Nice move by Kurt Babcock. Nice move as he drew the defense. Defense thought he was going to pass it and just went to the hoop for two. The Wildcats have got some super play by their people off the bench as we got the starters, some of the starters back into the ball game. We had a foul there on one of the Montague players.
Scott Thumser.
I believe that was double dribble before the call as the Ravenna player dropped the ball on the floor, picked it up, and then dribbled away. But I'm just the announcer, not the official, and he was there. He made the call. Quite a change, Louis, from the first half. We're at 6 minutes to go in the last quarter, and we're still not in 1-1. We were 2 minutes into the first quarter. We were in 1-1 in the first half.
Dan Yonker had that pass, the last bucket there for the Bulldogs. Rich Erdman drives, nothing there. Number 21, Mark Jacobs. And we're waiting. The basket is good.
Sounded as if there was a whistle. We've got to stop right now and play, as it sounded like there was a whistle, and everybody stopped. When the referees didn't call anything, that's just uncalled for. We don't need that at all.
No. Jim Grieve turnaround jumper, nothing. Osborne gets it. He's fouled as he goes up by number 42, Jeff Place.
That was a good, strong rebound by Dave Osborne, and going to take that thing back up and got hacked. Now he's at the line for two.
Net for Osborne.
Those are the things I'm accustomed to seeing David shoot, is the bottom of the net shot.
And he does the same once again. Montague up on top, 62-50. 5:36 left to play in the game.
And we got Art Corey in now for the Bulldogs, taking place of Jeff Place.
Mark Jacobs turnaround jump, no good. Nice pass to Randy. He draws the foul on number 40, Dan Yonker, as he puts up the shot. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
At this point, you know what Randy Lindquist is doing, he's coming down, just getting along that block in low and just kind of getting good position and setting himself up so when the guards bring that ball down, any kind of break, you know, he's open and they're seeing him, they're finding him, and they're getting him the ball, and he's either getting the ball in the hoop or he's drawing the foul. We got 5 minutes to go. Montague up 63-50. Well, this is the test part of the ball game. Everything up to this point has been fun and exciting, but this is the part of the game where you put teams away, and that's what the Wildcats have to do right now, is take care of the Bulldogs. Don't let them think that they got a chance to come back. And again, it's a good thing in preparation for their games coming up in the next couple weeks. In the second half, the Bulldogs have got a few more easy shots, but still they're having an awful lot of trouble with the Wildcats' tough man-to-man defense. Very, very sticky. And for the most part, they're keeping Mark Jacobs right out of the ball game still.
They're sure doing that. He's got 4 fouls, so he has to be careful from now on, which is going to make it all the more tougher for him. Lindquist's first shot is up and good. Number 21, Mark Jacobs, jump shot, no good. Randy Lindquist gets the rebound. Paul Schloff, no good.
Looked like a lot of contact, but Montague's got the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. No call.
Dave Osborne fakes, tries passing to Rich Erdman, knocked away by number 40, Dan Yonker. Montague ball under the basket. Randy Lindquist turnaround jump shot, no good. Dan Yonker with the rebound. Rob Place puts it up, he scores.
Bulldogs now in man-to-man, trying to apply some pressure. The Wildcats doing a 1-4 offense. Taking a little time off the clock as they run this.
Number 20, Jim Jacobs scoops up the ball. He's going to take it down, shoot it himself. Nothing doing, but his brother, number 21, Mark Jacobs, tips it in for the bucket for the Bulldogs. Montague up on top, 65-54, 3:52 left in the game. Jim Grieve fouled by number 20, Jim Jacobs.
Again, another nice pass as Richard saw the opening, drove it to the basket, and passed it off to Jim Grieve at the last moment, and Jim got hacked from behind.
So with 3:50 left in the game, Jim Jacobs in foul trouble. That's his 4th foul. Jim Grieve at the line. His first shot is good.
Both teams are both now in the bonus situation. And that really is more of a plus for the Wildcats, because when we move on down towards the end, the Bulldogs are going to have to foul to get that ball back. And Montague's going to have the chance to get 2 more points each time.
Art Corey put it up. Nothing for him. Out of bounds off the hand of Rod Place. Montague will retain possession.
Nice strong rebound by Dave Osborne.
Randy Lindquist off his fingertips. He managed to get a hold of the ball and control it. He passes up top to Paul Schloff.
I think the coach wants a 1-4. He just wants to take some time off the clock. Wants them to come on out, and then maybe we'll go try to go inside.
At this point, Montague seems to be under control of the game. They lead by 13. And a steal by number 13, Rod Place.
Boy, that really hurts. The Bulldogs really work hard for that and then throw it away without getting a shot.
They just can't capitalize on it. Montague will take over.
Wildcats don't have to force it. They've got the lead. They've got the ball. They just take the time. That's the thing that they've got going on their side besides the score. And if you were in college, you had a 45-second clock. That might be a little different, but we don't have that.
Paul Schloff drives, puts it up, nothing for him. Osborne with the rebound. He puts it up and scores for the Wildcats. Number 13, Rod Place for 2.
He's had some key baskets for him. He's done a nice job from the outside.
Nice pass inside to Jim Grieve. He scores for Montague. Wildcats lead 71-56. 2 minutes remaining in the game.
And guess who made that pass? Richard
Erdman once again. Mark Jacobs scores. Montague calls a timeout with 1:33 left to play.
And the score, Montague 71, Bulldogs of Ravenna 58. As I look up in the stands, I see some people starting to file out as they must think it's all over. I found out from experience, so game's not over till it's over. I guess the old Yogi Berra axiom.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Or something like that, right?
Something like that.
Well, if the Wildcats can maintain this lead and hang on, I'm sure that the Montague fans will be rocking in the aisles tonight as they go to 6-0 in the conference and 10-0 overall. I've been real impressed with how well Montague's played. That's got to be a good omen in terms of next week in the big games coming up. At this point, from start to finish, they have just totally dominated the ball game. J.J. Flynn drew that foul and is now going to go to the line, shooting 1-1, I believe. Coach Jim Tate looks like he feels quite confident tonight's game as he's got 5 new ball players in. As I see Tom Cedarquist, Chris Morrissey, Kurt Babcock, J.J. Flynn, and Brad Van Bergen.
J.J. Flynn, his second shot, no good. Rebounded by Chris Morrissey. He puts it up, no good. Kurt Babcock gets the rebound and then puts it up for the Wildcats.
Good tough rebounding by the Wildcat reserves.
Rod plays his shot, no good.
Little frustration setting in here for the Bulldogs as they're slapping at that ball from behind, trying to kick it out and maybe steal it. Looks like Kurt Babcock will go to the line shooting 1-1.
We've got less than a minute left to play. Montague on top by 16, 74-58. Kurt Babcock at the line. Brad Van Bergen puts it up, no good. Joe Cranston with the ball for the Bulldogs. Passes off to number 33, Joe Knapp, who passes off to Steve May. Back to Art Corey. Steve May puts it up, no good.
Yeah, it's good to see a lot of new faces in here on both sides. Coach John Swingrass seeing an opportunity to get some players in here as well.
We've got 29 seconds left in the game. Montague up on top, 74-58.
And they're a little rough, a little sloppy right now.
And a foul by number 50, Chris Morrissey. Joe Knapp will go to the line, shooting 2 for the Bulldogs. Knapp's first is good. He misses his second. We've got 10 seconds left in the game now. And the Bulldogs will take over with 7 seconds left in the game.
Nice pass by J.J. Flynn. Chris Morrissey just wasn't quite ready for that one. Last shot, I believe, right here.
And Art Corey's shot is no good. Montague comes up with their 10th victory. They are undefeated. 74-59 was the final score in tonight's matchup.
Well, you know, Louis, this kind of sets up a neat match. I don't know what Grant's doing tonight, but they've been pretty consistent throughout the year, and it'd be nice for them to come in 10-0 on Tuesday night, and we'll be have two teams at 10-0 battling each other, and you know, we'll see just how good this Montague crew is, and just how good the Grant Tigers are.
It's going to be quite a battle, and I'm going to be quite interested to see it myself.
The Wildcats, as I've said a couple of times here tonight, really dominated throughout from beginning to end. A lot of kids got to play, and that's important. That builds a lot of team morale. The Bulldogs just were outmanned. They got in foul trouble early, and just couldn't get Mark Jacobs on track. And again, I don't think we saw the real Mark Jacobs here tonight. I don't know what the problem is, but he just, at times you saw some things that he could do, but overall he was just struggling.
Montague just did an excellent job of shutting him down tonight. The second half was played a lot better than the first half. A lot less fouls, not quite as physical, a lot smoother playing by both teams.
Well, as I said in the first half, we played 2 minutes and we were already both teams in the 1-1. And the second half, I believe it was about 6 minutes left in the ball games. We finally got into the 1-1. So it was a situation where, yeah, the second half was played a little bit more smoothly. I'm sure both coaches and especially John Swingrass and Ravenna were afraid to have guys foul out, so they had to back off a little bit. And that's not something Ravenna wanted to do. They play a little bit more physical game. They got some big boys in there.
Yeah, they're going to have a good team next year. A lot of juniors. They're a young team. And for them to come back.
And Mark Jacobs comes back for a third year. When you have a player like that coming back, you know that you got something to build around. I think I'm going to have some scoring here for the Bulldogs. And this is unofficial, but we've got Rod Place with 15, Jim Jacobs with 4, Jeff Place with 6, Dan Yonkers with 11, Mark Jacobs with 12. And off the bench, Art Corey had a pair, Steve May had a bucket, and Joe Knapp had 7. For the Wildcats, David Osborne had 5 points, but more importantly, he played an excellent floor game. Jim Grieve had 12. Randy Lindquist, I'm sure this is probably his all-time high. He had 30 points, 30 big ones for the young man. Paul Schloff chipped in with 8, Rich Erden with 4, but we don't have the stats, but I'm sure there was a lot of assists there. J.J. Flynn came in and played an excellent ball game in a reserve role. He had 3 points. Scott Thumser tossed in 4, and rounding out, Kurt Babcock did a nice job and had 8 points, as all the Montague players that suited up saw action.
Overall, a good game for Montague. And for Ravenna. They didn't play that badly.
I haven't seen a lot of the ball games because other responsibilities, but the games I've seen, this by far is the best one I've seen all around. They did a lot of nice things. They moved the ball. They got the good shots. They were tough inside. They handled the pressure outside. They just did a lot of nice things.
We're going to have to play like this against Grant next Tuesday.
Well, if we do, and I really hope that Grant plays well too, because that's going to that's just going to make us a better ball team, and we'll just see how good we are. So I hope both teams play at top strength and play real good ball, because I think you'll see an excellent ball game then, and that's what we all come out to see, and that's what this thing's all about.
Should Montague win next Tuesday, do you see a state ranking for them?
Yeah, I would hope that we'd have a state ranking at that point. I don't know how you can deny them if you beat a third-ranked team in the state. No, it'd be pretty hard to do that. Well, I think we're going to break here for a second as we get a couple young men and hopefully Coach Jim Tate and discuss this ball game in a couple interviews.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, with us, Dave Osborne and Randy Lindquist, two of the more key players in tonight's ball game. Dave, you guys seemed to shut down Mark Jacobs. Was that in your game plan, or what did Coach Tate say about that in the locker room?
He just wanted us to play tough defense all the way around, and our team helped. We played good team defense, and that paid off in the long run. That's about it.
Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Dave or Randy, I haven't seen a lot of your ball games, but and I was commenting, this is by far the best game I've seen you play. And coming off a tough game on Tuesday night, where you went up to Pentwater and played state-ranked Pentwater. How'd you feel about tonight's ball game? How'd you guys feel about how you played?
We were hyped up. Big time. It already was. Coach said maybe a little too hyped. Had a lot of silly errors in the beginning, slapping us.
I think I had my mic off. So, again, what were the key things you thought happened tonight in the ball game as the game progressed?
I thought it was the defense and the boards. Dave played excellent defense on Jacobs, no one-on-one situations, and we cut him off the side, and then they got one shot, and that was it. We got the boards, took it down.
Okay, it looked like we had a lot of good help side defense too, where the ball go in and they were just intimidated inside, and they settled for the outside shots, and they weren't real successful there for a while. Big guy, you had 30 tonight. That's got to be a career high for you. That's got to feel good. You had a lot of nice passes though from people on the outside. David, Rich, just getting the ball inside, and you got a few boards out there too. I think I don't have the number on that. David, you had an excellent game on the boards, and as we said, I think probably the most most impressive thing, you had to guard Mark Jacobs, who I think is an excellent ball player. So congratulations, guys, and you got a big one on Tuesday, and then you come back another big one on Friday. This is the big part of your schedule, and good luck as you go over there and fight the Tigers.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck, guys.
I think we got Kurt Babcock over here. Come on in, Kurt. Kurt Babcock came off the bench tonight, and I thought just played an excellent ball game. Got a lot of playing time, and just did a super job, both offensively and defensively. You got 8 points. That has to make you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What was your job? What did Coach Tate tell you as you came off the bench he wanted you to do?
Mainly just help on the defense more than anything. Just to pick up where Keith probably would have been playing.
Okay. Keith was out tonight, injury or sick? Okay, so
Yeah, he couldn't play tonight.
all right. Well, again, as I said, you played an excellent ball game, and hopefully that'll lead into maybe more playing time.
I hope so.
Yeah. You got some key boards too there at the end. You got a nice board right here down the offensive board and put it up in for 2 points. How do you see the conference going as we go in the second round? Do you see teams kind of looking at you guys now and want to knock you off?
When you're undefeated, yeah. I think they get up more for the games when you're undefeated and they play tougher. Whitehall's undefeated too. Hopefully they won't be after Friday, but
Well, that should be an excellent ball game as we go over there to play the Vikings. They've got an excellent ball team. I've seen them play a couple times, and they play a lot of good team ball, and they come to play every night. So hopefully the Wildcats, again, as I said, I think this is one of the better ball teams or ball games I've seen the Wildcats play. I didn't get a chance to see it play up at Pentwater.
it was a good one too.
That's a good one too, from what I hear.
They have a good one on Tuesday. Has Coach Tate mentioned anything about the game? Have you guys started looking forward to the game yet in preparation for the game?
Grant, he kept telling us not to think about Grant until after tonight because we had so many other tough games before that, like these guys in Pentwater and that.
I think you can remember back last year we went down to Ravenna and we didn't think too much of them, and they knocked us off, and that really hurt our title chances last year.
That's right.
They knocked us out.
Yeah, really, they knocked us out of it. So it's a good thing you got this on your belt as we go into next week undefeated. Congratulations, Kurt.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck on
Thank you.
Tuesday.
Well, Louie, again, the Wildcats 10-0, and I was real impressed with the way they played. We've got Coach Jim Tate in here. I'd like to have him come in.
Okay, good game tonight. I'm sure you got to be thinking about Grant now. What are some of the things you're going to be telling the players this week?
Well, what I told them in practice all week was not to think about Grant. We knew two big games, Pentwater and Grant, non-conference, and anytime you have a game between two big games, you're always worried about a letdown or them thinking ahead. And I really think part of our problem in the first quarter tonight was that the players were too ready. They wanted to make sure that they didn't do that, and we came out a little bit maybe too jacked up. And hopefully we can learn from that and be able to settle down and calm down on Tuesday night a little bit quicker, because I know we could play that in the middle of US 31, and our guys are going to be ready to play, I know. So and so's Grant. It's going to be fun. That's I tell the kids all the time. That's what being an athlete's all about. It's being challenged. It's playing in big games. They're games you're going to remember, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, those are the kind of games that you want to get into. You want to play in those big ones where you got a team that is every bit as good as you, maybe, or more talented, and you want to see if you can match your guns against theirs.
Yeah, that's right. It's win or lose. That's what competition's all about. It's testing yourself against the best, and I think we must be about the only 10-0 team in the state that's not even honorable mention.
We were mentioning that, Coach.
And the fact that we're not getting any respect will certainly help us, I think, to be ready to play on Tuesday.
Maybe if you can knock off Grant on Tuesday, you'll get a state ranking.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know how they can deny you if that's the case. Tonight, I thought your kids played consistent throughout. I mean, spurty at times offensively, but defensively, they were just all over the Bulldogs. And I was just impressed. Dave Osborne just shut down Jacobs. And I've always considered Mark Jacobs as one of the premier players in our conference.
Yeah, I just looked at the statistics, and Mark had 4 rebounds for the game and 12 points. He's the leading scorer in our conference, and he had 6 points after David was out in the fourth quarter. So Dave's just he's just simply the best defensive player I've ever coached. He did a great job on Tim Craig the other night from Pentwater, and I don't know if anybody that saw the game, at the end of the game they had the ball with 17 seconds left, and he denied Craig the ball inside for 17 seconds. It was not going inside, and they were forced to take a three-point shot, and luckily they missed for us. So.
Well, that was a good one for you the other night too. I'm sure that was one that you were shaking at the end, but it was also it was win or lose. Again, those are the type of ball games you want to be in. You don't want to be in one where you're not going to be in a contest. You always want to be in one where you're going to be right there at the end.
Right. I told the players at the end of the game, win or lose, that was about as much fun as I've ever had in coaching the other night, and you really look forward to those as a coach. And I'm trying to get the players to think that that's the kind of game you really got to look forward to as a player too.
You got a lot of quality time tonight from your reserve off the bench. I thought the kids just played excellent. And a lot of times you get one or two kids to play well off the bench, but you don't get 4 or 5 or even 6. I think everybody that came in just played excellently.
Right, I did too. I told the kids at the end of the game with the bench coming in, most teams, they don't want their bench to hurt them. But our bench in most cases really helps us. And Kurt Babcock got a chance to play tonight because of some circumstances on our team. Moved up a spot, did a great job, and he's going to get some more playing time now. Scott Thumser always is terrific for us. He's the best. I don't know how to say this. He always has the ball, it seems like, under the basket, open. Somehow. And he's not the best jumper on the team. He's not the best shooter. He's not the best passer. But Scott's always got the ball in traffic at the right time. And things happen when Scott's in the game.
That's right.
And Brad Van Bergen's got tremendous quickness. And JJ, too. Both of them play excellent defense. And they can change the tempo of the game a little bit. Plus, there's no way that David and Paul and Jim and Randy and those guys can play as hard on defense as we want them to play for 32 minutes. It's just impossible, and you've got to have people like that coming in. I think it's one of the real strengths of our team.
We've mentioned that in the past, that we've been awful lucky consistently throughout the year to be able to go to the bench and have such a strong bench.
Right. It's a luxury I've never enjoyed before as a coach, and it's really comforting in a tough part of a game to know that you get some people you can go to.
It's also comforting to have a gentleman like Mr. Ray Schloff over on the bench to be with you too, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. He's been a tremendous help this year. With me not teaching on the staff, Ray does 10 or 15 things a day for me that I should be doing here at the school, but since I'm not here, he does them. He offers suggestions during games. He stays after practice and has a feel for how the kids are doing and how the week's going. And he made some critical comments in the Pentwater game. I would have been out of timeouts had he not stopped me from calling it and let Pentwater call a timeout. And he's like E.F. Hutton to me. When he talks, I listen. I'm glad he's around.
Well, Coach Tate, congratulations. A super job. Great start. You got 10 more to go, starting on Tuesday with number 1. Yeah, that's the way you got to look at them.
That's a bad thing about coaching, though. You prepare yourself to win, and you never enjoy the wins as much as you.
Well, you got all weekend long to savor this one, and it was a good one. And you had 2. Well, you've had 10 good ones, but this week has to be a little bit special, I think. And,
yeah.
Next week you got 2 more tough ones, but again, we start with Grant on Tuesday, and then we'll be over there with you on Friday against the Vikings in Whitehall.
One thing I'm never worried about when we play against really good teams is our players being ready to play. And when you have better talent than other teams, in the back of your mind as a coach, you're always worried about that. And I know we're going to be ready Tuesday and Friday. I don't know whether we're going to win, but I know we're going to be ready to play and play well.
What you're saying, and I know these kids, they're always up to the challenge.
Yep.
So, congratulations.
Congratulations once again, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Well, Louis, I think that's
going to wrap things up for us.
Things up here, right? So until next game, we'll see you.
We'll be seeing you. Good night.
Bye.